Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Just before we complete the recitation, I'm just going to do a quick reminder about why we did this program and then just explain the kind of procedure. So the main aim of this program really was to read as much Quran as possible, especially we're coming towards the end of Ramadan, and to kind of encourage other people to learn the Quran, to recite the Quran, and to show that just people who are working and studying, at the same time, you can, if you put your mind to it and you put the niyyah and you make dua, that everyone can learn Quran. And one of my teachers said, even if you learn one ayah and you make the intention to be a hafiz and to learn the Quran and complete it, you're still counted among the hafaz. So everyone should try and make this niyyah to learn the Quran, inshallah, even if it's one ayah today, one ayah every week. It's something we should all aim towards. So that was the main aim, really, of this program. The collecting donations was just something along the way, and if people have the money and if people feel like it, then inshallah that's a very good thing. We're collecting for all the masjids around Bristol, especially because of the COVID pandemic has affected the collections on masajids. But the key thing is to remember that we need to be connected to the Quran, and we always we don't appreciate the Quran because we forget it's actually the actual speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and no other people were given this blessing. Even the Torah, the Bible, they're inspired revelations of the prophets. The Quran is the actual speech of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is a massive blessing upon us as an ummah. So we should try and reflect on this, especially now that Ramadan is over. Well, it might be over soon, inshallah. We should try and keep the recitation going and the connection. So I'm just going to quickly explain what's going to happen. We're going to complete the recitation of the Quran now, inshallah. I will do the kind of a few surahs of the 30th surah, and Sulaiman will do the end, and then read beginning of Surah Baqarah, because the scholars say it's good to read Surah Baqarah because your intention is also to continuously read the Quran and not just stop at the end of the 30th surah. So we'll go back to the first surah, inshallah. And then Mawlana Niyalas will do a dua, and inshallah everyone join him in that and gain the blessings of the completion of the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. والتين والزيتون وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون فما يكذبك بعد بالدين أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. بسم الله. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب. That's an ayah of sajda, so everyone inshallah needs to make sajda. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة فيها كتب قيمة وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين حنفاء ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك لمن خشي ربه صدق الله العظيم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So Alhamdulillah, Talha, he summarized what was said, why we did this program. And the main thing I'd add is it's not about having a trophy that you finish the Quran. Quran is not just something that you just finish and that's it, it's done. Ours is more for two reasons. Number one is to maximize as much. We literally planned this about 2 days before the last. We thought, how can we maximize the Ramadan? And then this idea came about. That was point number one. And point number two is to try and inspire a connection, make the general public realize, or ourselves realize how Quran isn't such a mountain which is so impossible. It's something that all of us can do and we can do. We can do it. If two average people like me and Talha can do it, then anyone can, inshallah. So now I'll go ahead and finish the recitation and then we'll invite Shaykh Ilyas to finish with the dua. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير القارعة ما القارعة وما أدراك ما القارعة يوم يكون الناس كالفراش المبثوث وتكون الجبال كالعهن المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه فهو في عيشة راضية وأما من خفت موازينه فأمه هاوية وما أدراك ما هي نار حامية ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر ويل لكل همزة لمزة الذي جمع مالا وعدده يحسب أن ماله أخلده كلا لينبذن في الحطمة وما أدراك ما الحطمة نار الله الموقدة التي تطلع على الأفئدة إنها عليهم مؤصدة في عمد ممددة ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون. إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. صدق الله.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Now towards the final part of this great sacrifice, endurance carried out by Hafiz Suleiman and Dr. Talha and all those involved in organizing this beautiful moment. It's the last moment. It says that the final moment is the dua, is the supplication, especially on Khatm al-Quran. It says a person, whatever he or she asks from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is certainly grant. And as we know, the holy month of Ramadan is only with us for now of these last few moments, and before it departs from us, leaving us a message. So what should we ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we have been hearing over the time, that one of the most important thing is that the deliverance from fire of Jahannam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's pleasure. So, and we submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by reading and by listening the beautiful book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We just implore to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept everybody's effort, because we have a very short time. We have been reading endlessly today in the last couple of hours. So the voice is not going to come out as effectively as they should be now. If the Quran was there, the voice will come out, inshallah. So let's make dua for those people who are sick and well in the dunya. The world is in a kind of a crisis at this stage, Muslims and non-Muslims. Leaving aside where this calamity, whether it's a calamity, whatever the doing is, at the end of the day, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that make it easy for the entire humanity, because everybody is suffering. Muslims and non-Muslim, children, old, everybody. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a very beautiful deen. The only thing is that how we utilize it in order to convince Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for dunya and akhirah. So let's make dua for the entire humanity, especially for the Muslims. At many places, there are people, children, families. At this very moment, we might be breaking our fast with beautiful, dates and cold water, Coke, Pepsi, and samosas, and all the delicacies at the flick of a finger. Wallahi, I've been speaking to some brothers that in some places, somebody sent me some posting, and they were having their iftar outside in rubble. The whole house, everything was destroyed, and mashallah, they had smiley faces. I showed one madrasa, somebody, an institute somewhere in Pakistan or somewhere, somebody sent me a recording. And the children, like we've read the Quran to you, this is just to boost our awareness that what poverty, because we haven't felt the poverty and things like that, it's very hard for our children, for us to comprehend that. So the children were about to sit on that dasarkhan, like our children, they sit. And they all sat down, mashallah, children, no fight, no squabble. And then the elders, they came around with some sort of a tokra, some sort of a, a container or something, rumal, scarf. And they took out, they opened the scarf, and they took out rotis from there. Mothers and sisters, children, everybody listening, I think I would not even look at that roti. I would not even look at that roti. And the uncle was saying, the elders, they said that this roti, we went around the village, and people who threw it out in their garbage, we collected this roti for these children to eat. For these children to eat. Looking at it, I showed it to my wife, I said, look at that. I said, show it to our children. I said, something I cannot even look at, these children are going to eat. So let's think for a moment that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given so many blessings. This calamity is no calamity. Yeah? The biggest calamity is death and after death. And that's what we're going to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are many people who are sick and well who have left this dunya. My Hazrat, my Sheikh, who just passed away in September, the morning his daughter had a dream. He was a very big personality, Sheikh al-Hadith, Mawlana Yusuf Muntala Sahib. And he sent this recording. He said, my daughter, is a younger daughter, about 5-6 years old, she had a dream. Her name is Zainab. So she goes, Dad, I had a dream last night. He said, what, Betty? And she goes, I saw you took us somewhere, and you sat us down. And then you left us over, then you started walking away. And he was an expert of dreams. So he said to his daughter, 7 years old, Beti, marna ta hai. He goes, Beti, everybody has to die. So if I die, Allah is alive. And then a couple of days later, he passed away. So this is how our relationship with Quran, Sulaiman has said. One is connecting with the Quran, and one is connecting with the creator of the Quran. Yeah? So dua is connection. So very short time as well. Let's make dua earnestly from our heart. I'll make a short dua, because I need to go back to Gloucester. And I just say that it was Hafiz Sulaiman's, he's my first early students. And the family has got very good close links with myself. It was this morning I woke up. To be honest, I had no plans of coming to Bristol. I was going to go to Birmingham for some other work. Look at the nizam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I picked the phone up just to check my time. From my bedside, where I was sleeping, I just picked it up just to see what the time was. But as soon as obviously when we look for the time, Facebook is not going to open up unless you press the button. So I pressed my button just to see what the time is. Then apparently, first thing that came was Green Bank. And then on top of that screen, when it came on, I found Hafiz Suleiman. And I found there was a live recording. So I pressed it. I said, what's my student up to now? I didn't know this was something live that was taking place today. And then they posted that the Quran recital. So I said, okay, oh, mashallah. Then I messaged him, mashallah. He said, alhamdulillah, I'm very happy when I see my students reading the Quran and connected to the Quran, serving the Quran. After that disconnection, then some work just cropped up. So I had to come to Radstock. Another brother was going to come. This is the nizam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When He wants to meet you up with your friend, when He wants to meet you up with the Quran, then He puts you in that position that He'll get you there. I had no plan of spending this hour, this time today, these hours, here today. Wallahi, no plan. Work cropped up. Another brother behind my house, he was supposed to come and I was to bring something for him, for another brother over here. Now his kids got sick, so luckily he phoned me. He said, Maulana, we've been talking for the last 2 days about Bristol. Are you going? I said, look, I'm not going. I'm tired after Tarawih. But I said, look, if I can help you with your small children, I'll go for you. So he said, oh, it'll be wonderful. If you do me a favor, my kids are unwell, my wife is not well as well, if you go. It happened that became, then I came to Green Bank to pick some books. And they said that, I said, let me phone Hafiz Suleiman. They said, this is the nizam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Hadith of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, al-mar'u ma'a man hab. Person will, on the day of Qiyamah, will be with the person who he loves. Sahib al-Quran will be the Quran. So let's make dua tonight as well for the whole ummah, for the whole nation, for everybody. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept everybody's effort wherever it's taking place, because in a very, very short time, I will not be able to cover everything. But let's read Salatu Salam. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina wa Mawlana Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyyina wa Mawlana Muhammadin wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma ahdina fi man hadayt, wa afina fi man afayt, wa tawallana fi man tawallayt, wa barik lana fi ma atayt, wa qina wasrif anna sharra ma qadayt, fa innaka taqdi wa la yuqda alayk, innahu la yadhillu man walayt, wa la ya'izzu man adayt. تبارك ربنا وتعالى نستغفرك ونتوب إليك اللهم آنس وحشتنا في قبرنا اللهم ارحمنا بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لنا إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة اللهم ذكرنا منه ما نسينا وعلمنا منه ما جهلنا وارزقنا تلاوته آناء الليل وآناء النهار واجعله لنا حجة يا رب العالمين اللهم اجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا وجلاء حزاننا وذهاب همومنا وغمومنا وقائدنا وسائقنا إلى جنات وجنات النعيم اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من البرص والجنون والجذام والسيء الأسقام اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن يا الله يا رحمن يا رحمن يا رحيم يا حنان يا منان يا غفار O Arhamar Rahimin, accept everybody's gathering of this dua and the supplication to your Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today, on this last night of Ramadan, we implore to you on this occasion that you forgive everybody's major and minor sins, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whatever the people who are present have in their hearts of their needs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant everybody their needs of this dunya. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept the recital of Hafiz Suleiman and accept the recital of Hafiz Tanweer, Ya Arhamar Rahimin, accept everybody's listening and recital. Those who have been behind the scenes of the organizing of this occasion, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept everybody's efforts, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Accept this masjid and every masjid. Those mothers and sisters and brothers who are unwell anywhere, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give them the well-being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who have any form of any difficulties, remove their difficulties from. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the whole humanity is in crisis, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I ask, Allah subhanahu, everyone is asking on this occasion that before we depart from our places and let go of our hands, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, change this virus, these crises into the well-being for the entire humanity. And after that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect in the entire humanity and especially the Muslim. Wherever the Muslims are in pain and agony, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove their pain and agony. Whatever the needs are of the audience who are here this evening, Allah give everybody the well-being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the vices, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Forgive our sins. Give our children piety, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Safeguard us from all the fitans and especially the fitan of the Dajjal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give our children the goodness of this dunya and akhirah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And give all of us the goodness of this akhirah. Our parents who are unwell, give them the well-being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who are housebound, give them the strength of iman. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when the time of departure comes from this world, give everybody the wealth of iman with them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our teachers who have passed away, forgive their sins. All the recital that has been made and all the listening that has been taking place, accept everybody's effort, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are many brothers who are making effort in all the masajid, especially in Greenman Masjid. Accept everybody's effort, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To name everybody's name is very difficult, but in my heart, you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, know precisely who we mention. Whatever contribution everybody has given for the masjid, in this month and the months before, Allah accept everybody's contribution, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those whose parents are unwell, give them the well-being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give all our children, pious children, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who are desiring for their children to be married, grant them pious spouses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help the Muslims of India, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from the tyranny of the tyrants. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you have written guidance for these tyrants, guide them towards Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If guidance is not written for them, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, take care of them the way you have taken care of Fir'aun and Namrud. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are very weak in front of their strength. We are very weak in all aspects, but our hands, we raise them towards you. Wherever the Muslims are in pain, in Palestine, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, China, Burma, Pakistan, India, Kashmir, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help them. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help our brothers and sisters towards halal sustenance. O Allah, make our sustenance easy for us. O Allah, remove all the difficulties during these crises. Whoever is in search for halal job, grant them halal job, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Who have problems in their businesses, grant them prosperity, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whose children have become impious, guide them towards righteousness, O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Many brothers and sisters have requested us for du'as. There are many people raising their hands throughout the whole world. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are the knower what their needs are. Grant them whatever their needs are. They come to us looking at us as pious people. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know how pious we are. We are very, very sinful. I am a very simple person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Except everybody who has contributed in the building of this masjid and all the energy contributed was this masjid was being built. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept our madrasa as well. Accept all the Haji Sahibs that are inside this masjid. Those who are unwell of this masjid Musallin, grant them the well-being. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are very ungrateful to you towards your blessings. Due to this, our masajids are closed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We beg to you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, open the door of the masajids. Open the doors. Open the doors for us again. Remove this calamity, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Complete, annihilate this calamity from the humanity. Allah, the teachers who are serving in this madrasa, accept their teachings. Allah, the parents that are sending their children to the madrasa, accept their sending the children and sacrificing the money. O Allah, those who are contributing to the masajid throughout the whole world, even in these crises, grant them the abundance of barakat and blessing. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive our parents who have passed away. O Allah, forgive their sins. Wherever the masjids and madaris are in crisis, help them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. O Allah, protect us from all ailments, and from such an old age that we cannot even remember ourselves. Allahumma inna na'udhu bika min an nuradda ila ardil umur. Allahumma inna na'udhu bika min al-baras wal junun wal jizams. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant every Muslim brothers and sisters halal sustenance. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, protect us from usury and haram consumption. O Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, populate every single masjid with amal. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all our marakis, open the doors of all the marakis throughout the whole world. On the effort of Jamaat and Tabligh, revive this effort again. Open the doors through the du'as of our ancestors, through the du'as of our elders who used to make the du'a and used to grant them the help. Help us in our affairs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, help us with our daughters and children and grandchildren. Grant them the piety, make them obedience to their elders. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, grant them respect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, protect Haramain Sharifain. Allah, open the doors of the Haram Sharif. Open the doors of Haram Sharif. Open the doors of our Jummah for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have been locked out for months from the beautiful day of Friday. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on this completion of this Quran, open all the masjids, open all the Jummahs. Populate every house with Quran, namaz, dhikr, tasbih, tilawat. Accept our fasting, our charity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept our charity. Remove all the difficulties from the ummah, remove them wherever they are. Those who have passed away in the accident, in the aircraft accident, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, forgive their sins. They are shaheed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. There are many Muslims, they have been hurt in their own homes for no reason. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, protect their homes. Mothers, they have been crying out, oh Allah, help us, help us. Mothers have been raped for no reason. Oh Allah, protect them from these vicious tyrant people. If you have written guidance for them, give them guidance. Oh Allah, or else destroy them from the face of this earth who hurts the humanity. Oh Allah, you have said inside your Quran, وَلَا تَبْغِي الْفَسَادَ فِي الْأَرْضِ, and don't search violation. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah, make us all peacekeepers like the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhum were. Protect Islam, masajid, madaris, masajid, everything from all form of vices and all form of corruption. Grant the Ummah Muslimiyah sallallahu alayhi wasallam the etiquettes taught by Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam of honesty, sincerity, ikhlas, love, affection, respect, honor, dignity. Amongst husband and wives, grant them the love. Remove all the disunity from homes and the masajids. Remove all the disputes. Make us not from those people who disunite people. Make us from the people who unite the people. Our children are looking for spouses. Make it easy for them. Those who are doing wrong stuff in alcohol and any other form of evil deeds, give our children the goodness towards righteousness. Our teachers and mentors who have passed away, elevate their status. All the huffaz that have completed the hifz in this institute, oh Allah, accept their hifz al-Quran, accept it from the parents, for the family, and those who are making it, doing hifz, make it easy for them. Parents have a desire in their hearts that their children become Shah Muhaddith Dehlavi and Tariq bin Ziyad and Fatima Zahra radhiyallahu. Oh Allah, it's nothing difficult for you. Allah, those who are unwell, give them their well-being. Many brothers and sisters have requested myself that who are unwell with cancer. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, protect us from these illnesses. Protect us, all of us, from these illnesses. Protect us from nisyan. Allah, give easiness. in our businesses and tradings, and even within our homes, in our jobs. Oh Allah, all the Muslim brothers, whatever their professions are, they're going through many, many crises at this time. Make it easy for them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah, there are a lot of things that we can ask from you, but we are very, very weak. Give us guidance, give us hidayah. And when it's time for us to depart this world, grant us iman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Grant us iman. Grant us iman, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wallah, these people, English people, are very nice people. When I look at them, I make dua for them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was because of my sin and my bad deed, they are showing hatred to the Muslims. Make us all perfect, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Show us our ethics so that we learn how to park our cars, so that we know how to move away from the masjids, how to deal in our shops, how to deal in our businesses. Because of our evil, they hate us. Only if they knew about the Islam, grant them the Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And instill the love of deen and the masajid in all our neighbors, with wherever they are, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give them guidance. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, accept our fast, Taraweeh, Ramadan, i'tikaf. Oh Allah, grant us a next Ramadan in our state, that our masjids are open, our i'tikafs are open, our Jummah is open, our bayans are open, and our masjids are full from Fajr to Isha in all prayers. The effort that is taking place of Dawat and Tabligh in all the masajid and marakis, accept. All the mashwaras that are taking place, accept them. And those who are finger pointed against Tabligh, just to blame the Muslims, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you take care of those people with your strength and your might, oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Dawat is your effort. This effort is your effort to take everybody away from Jahannam to Jannah. We have no other reason behind that. Oh Allah, our elders, Hazmana Saad Sahab, grant him the well-being, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and open all the marakis ASAP, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People are urging for du'as. They are hungry at this moment. Grant them the food, grant them a home, grant them a shelter. Many masajid and madaris in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh are going through difficult time because of these crises. Children are inside the institute, but food is not being provided because of shortage of wealth, shortage of means. Provide for them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. يا الله. No. सबको या रहमान राहिम हमारे तमाम अरहमुर राहिम एक सेहत से मदद फरमा कर या अल्लाह اللهم إنك عفو كريم رحيم تحب العفو فاعف عنا يا كريم. اللهم إنا نسألك الهدى والتقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم إنا نسألك من كل خير عاجله وآجله ما علمنا منه وما لم نعلم، ونعوذ بك من الشر كله عاجله وآجله ما علمنا منه وما لم نعلم. اللهم إنا نسألك من كل خير ما سألك منه نبيك وحبيبك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذك منه نبيك وحبيبك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. أنت المستعان وعليك البلاغ، ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. جزاكم